This episode is brought to you by AO Realty, also known as Arifin Omar from Hero Homes District.
For all of your housing matters, you can contact Arifin Omar at 82825337, 82825337, or you guys can visit his socials at Arifin Omar Reality. Let's get it on.
Welcome to another episode of Tvmatjai. I'm Sama.
I am Joy.
Welcome to podcast paling tak ada disiplin di Singapore
Dan di Nusantara.
Riba!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay guys, welcome back to episode 70-something 75 lah gitu.
Kita tengah era-era serius lah.
Yes.
Masih era serius lagi.
Yeah, masih zaman-zaman serius lagi.
Yes.
Okay, hari ni kita tak mau banyak
Cincong lah.
Berbual cincong.
Kita
Kau bilang
terus
sikit budak-budak.
So basically a few days ago, kalau from this recording lah, a few days ago, aku came across this posting whereby ada satu hamba Allah ni, dia post dekat Facebook menyatakan bahawasanya dia mengutuk lah orang-orang yang
colored
ada
lah. Budak kita punya language colored.
ada colored orang-orang atau parents yang ada autism.
Parents, okay.
So basically aku quote lah apa yang dia cakap. Brain cognitive ability is inherited.
What?
Maknanya kalau kau bengap lelaki kau pun setakat ITE or N level je, kena lebihlah jaga apa yang kau gunakan untuk bikin otak anak kau. Kan?
Dia punya,
Okay, second point. Ni aku ambil if dah tahu husband and wife bengap, kasih anak makan supplementation, Mat.
Halal food booster.
Masalahnya supplementation bukan supplement.
Ya, supplementation tu.
Supplementation tu kira plantation
maybe
lah.
English je lain negeri lah.
English kita
Okay,
lah.
lagi apa dia cakap?
And also dumb parents can do something and can raise clever children. Not hard.
Not hard.
Not hard.
Of course not hard.
And aku found out that this hamba Allah claim that dia tak ada anak. So aku tak tahu which part is easy for her lah. Or him.
Ya tak ya No, I want to go back. Dumb parents can do something. Dumb parents can do something.
Tak tahu Ahmad. Aku tak tahu lah.
Okay, sementara aku digest ni, kita nyarikan guys. Kita ada guest.
Guest.
Yes, we have who? Jai, you do the honors.
Okay, kita sekarang ada guest dibawakan khas untuk korang. Tak jauh, dekat juga ada jiran Samad lah.
Jiran juga ah.
Yang bernama Ridzwan. Okay, sebenarnya kita terus straight to the point. Hello Wan.
Hai Jai.
Rid, kau tak nama ni Ridzwan ni. Ridzwan lah apa macam nak pronounce ni?
Ridzwan La.fe.
Yes.
La.fe.
Nanti
kita
orang wonder apa La.fe nanti. Now is we have one.
So the reason why aku invite Wan ni bukan kosong-kosong tau guys.
Yes.
So Wan ni sebenarnya parent of a kid with apa special.
Macam okay, kita let Wan explain lah.
Dia dipanggil okay. Assalamualaikum semua.
Waalaikumsalam.
Nama saya Ridzwan.
Style lah baju. Nanti kita touch baju
Okay. So in a very nice way to macam panggil anak-anak istimewa ni is actually a child with special needs. Means a child is always a child. Then there comes a child with special needs.
That means a child with special needs lah.
Ya, betul.
Right. So okay, kau nak, before kita jump into that, you have one child lah bro?
I ada one daughter.
One daughter. If we can ask around dia punya age range, around how old?
Terus terang she's 5 years old this year.
5 years old.
Turning 6 in May next year.
Turning 6. Okay. Okay, kita let kau explain a bit more. Pasal kalau kita yang cakap, takut kita give the wrong information kan. So if you don't mind bro, you let the listeners know actually your daughter ni apa yang dia is going through ni kirakan.
Okay. So I dengan my wife pun we just get to know about Raisa. Her name is Raisa Ayu.
Raisa Ayu. Nice name man.
At the age of 18 months, before 18 months, kita jumpa doktor untuk kanak-kanak kan. Usually kalau you dah ada anak, then after that every few months you nak kena jumpa lah. Jumpa, then you like do the normal check-ups and stuff. So before 18 months tu, the doctor told us, he said, Wan, I think it's better for you to bring your daughter to KKH lah, to do deeper test pasal kita risau lah tengok dia macam tak jalan at this age. Dia nak diri pun macam susah-susah.
Deeper test tu kira test macam mana tu?
Sorry, tak, dia tengok dia orang punya growth lah.
Oh, okay.
So nanti at macam berapa bulan dia akan tengok kalau bayi ni dah boleh turn by herself. Then kalau dia dah start to do some movements on her hands ke apa kan, then they will see dia punya development dia lah.
Right.
So this test is semua baby will go through the same test lah kira.
Correct. So kita pun was shocked because usually for a Down syndrome kid kan, during labour, nanti doktor dia dah bilang atau we call apa ni, gynae kan.
Gynae, okay.
Gynae akan tengok dan they check, okay, everything is okay. So bila labour tu I went for emergency cesarean. Pasal Raisa was still at bridge position lah. Bridge kira macam dia masih diri lagi lah.
Oh, kira dia belum terbalik
Dia belum terbalik. Aku
Right, that is called bridge.
Yeah.
Sama sort immediate tau, immediate action.
Jeff Hardy punya tau.
So that means it's called bridging
Bridge.
Bridging pula.
Kalau bridging nak kena buat bridge
Leceh.
Okay Wan, tadi aku starting tu kira aku dah berbual pasal ni benda. And prior to this recording pun aku dah send kau the postings kan. Aku nak tahu apa kau feel about the posting tu.
Marah tu, walaupun my daughter is Down syndrome she's talking about autism lah. So but I don't care lah, you nak buat pasal apa pun. But as a human being and as an educator, I'm not sure why she would go to the extent of saying things that would hurt not just one or two people, no, but you are going to talk about like thousands, over like millions lah kan. Pasal there's a lot of autism people in the world. Right? Macam dulu I feel that we are not really aware of all these special need kids kan. So kita tengok orang, alamak, dia ni macam lain macam
Faham.
Dia ni macam lain macam
Dulu, yeah.
But now at this day and age, I think a lot of us are being taught, or at least being shared by someone about special needs. So kalau kau ni seorang perempuan and you are married kan, you nak ada anak, of course lah, everybody want to have kids, right?
Betul.
Unless you apa ni,
Ada sakit ke apa.
dia sakit ke, dia ada masalah, then there's another thing lah. But then I don't understand how she can be that hati yang macam batu lah.
Yalah.
Kan?
And also she claims that one of the part that this hamba Allah post ni, dia kata dia dah buat research itu ini. Dan aku pun as usual, Mat, kau tahu aku suka baca kan?
Biasa.
Aku suka baca. So aku try to research about apa tu, Down syndrome and autism ni. Is it because kita salah makan ke? Is it pasal pelajaran ke? Apparently there's no specific studies,
Scientific lah
specific
Yes.
studies yang menyatakan benda-benda gini will influence kau punya child growth or apa dalam perut lah.
Oh, maksud kau macam maybe is it like kadang-kadang kau terfikir, oh maybe dek ni isap rokok and pregnant, that might cause this kind of
so
issues.
far dorang belum
it
ada.
doesn't. Okay, aku faham.
Dorang belum have a concrete answer for it.
Right.
So it's still in
Researching
researching lah.
Right. So doesn't mean konon-konon the maybe yang non-Muslim maybe doesn't mean dia minum example alcohol. It might not be the reason.
So
if let's say gitu.
So aku assume that this hamba Allah ni dia dapat information yang bias that interest her.
Faham. Oh maybe check dia yang buat dia punya own theory.
Macam kau suka buat teori sendiri.
Aku conspiracy. Lain sikit. Sabar, tapi tadi korang cakap dia educator.
Yes.
Yeah, she's an educator.
She claim lah.
She claim lah, but kita pun actually no one
lah.
actually knows lah kan kalau dia officially educator ke apa kan.
Tapi kita kat sini disclaimer kan, kita kat sini bukan nak kecam dia.
Bukan.
Is kita kecam dia posting.
Posting, betul.
Yes.
Betul.
It's just that kita nak give apa tu kan, share knowledge on apa yang kita nak tahu pasal Down syndrome, autism or orang cakap ni development disability or something, aku kan remember the term. Yeah. So next month apa dia Mat?
Tak, okay. Tadi you were saying that okay, after yang kau cakap doktor dah realise a bit something different. Ni apa 18 months punya check up gitu
Around there.
So
Around.
what happens after that?
So the first thing is kita requested a referral letter lah. Pasal kalau you go straight from a normal clinic pergi KKH, it's more expensive than kalau you go poly dulu lah. So we went to poly, then we request to be referred to KKH.
Okay, faham.
Then dekat KK tu kan, the first thing orang took a blood test lah. They took a blood test, then walamak, Masya Allah, subhanallah, that time aku kira aku tak boleh lah. Aku tengok anak aku kena apa-apa je kan. Dia kena inject, dia nangis, screaming.
Ya.
Then like kau berapa ganas pun tapi kalau kau tengok anak kau macam gitu,
betul
kau
lah.
feel so helpless lah kan. So that was what I felt lah. It was very not a nice time for me and wife lah to go through. Tapi lepas tu we thought everything was okay.
So waktu ni korang masih tak tahu yang anak kau is facing this difficulty lah.
Correct. Pasal kita tengok dia sebagai seorang anak, kita tengok dia normal. And she doesn't, maybe at some angles, at some timing, bila dia dah ngantuk, then you will see that pasal diorang ada features tau, Down syndrome ni, whereby autism usually they look normal.
Faham.
Macam manusia biasa. Even orang macam kita ni, some people macam hyperactive kan. That is also part of ADHD juga. Cuma dulu kita tengok, oi lemah budak ni hyper
Kita karakter dia as ada hype lah gitu. Faham. So but kalau deep into more scientific term, adalah term for this kind. Okay.
Cuma I think more people are getting the awareness nowadays. Alhamdulillah. And to be honest, in Singapore, close to like none lah I've ever met yang kira kasi aku malu ke kat depan, kat luar ke apa kan. Tak adalah, alhamdulillah.
Yeah. So aku nak tanya kau, during after the blood test injection, bila kau dapat tahu, like berapa months later kau dapat tahu yang anak kau ni special?
It's actually close to I think 1 month later lah, 4 weeks. 4 weeks aku that time kira aku tengah nak balik kerja lah. I was still staying at my mother-in-law punya rumah. Sekali lepas tu aku pun tengah drive, dah nak sampai Safra Tampines kan. Aku dapat call daripada bini aku. Dia cakap, can we conference call tak? Doktor ada. So aku macam okay lah. So I thought it was just a normal punya call lah. So I answered the call. Dan kita berbual. Then after that dia cakap, parents of Raisa Ayu, I just want to inform you that so Raisa Ayu has Trisomy 21.
Trisomy
21.
So there's a scientific term for it lah.
Correct. The macam orang suka cakap Down syndrome, but the scientific term is Trisomy 21, whereby they have extra one chromosome, which means an extra pair of genetics.
So macam kita 20 lah example.
Example macam 20, but then for Down syndrome orang ada extra satu. So the pair doesn't come like this, but it comes satu atas satu bawah. Or another pair macam tu. So that extra yang kasih dia have some difficulty lah in the development.
Right.
So kirakan kalau let's say those yang go through this, dorang yang development pun a bit different than normal.
Delay.
They
will have delay, but I'm not saying all Down syndrome kids will have
this
delay.
is some of it lah.
Correct. So bila back to the story bila aku dah dapat tahu gitu, the first thing aku kira macam rasa as someone yang aku ni bukanlah alim mana kan.
Faham.
Kita ni macam masih mencari lagi masih nak belajar. So the first thing that came to my mind was hati aku berkecai. Berkecai. Aku macam, it's not because aku malu tau, aku ada anak istimewa. The only thing that aku macam felt very sad was, kalau aku tak ada, siapa nak jaga dia? Pasal she's the firstborn. So aku macam, aku sedih lah with the semua keluarga pun ada masalah masing-masing.
Betul lah.
I'm one of the responsible son in my family. Aku banyak tolong family aku juga. Then so many responsibilities lah. Aku dah rasa macam it's not a burden, it's a challenge lah kan. Tapi cuma at that point of time aku was very sad. Sedih gila bro.
Kirakan the first few stages lah, that part.
Correct.
Is where faham.
It's either kau nak fikir gitu sedih je, atau you just get up and tell yourself, I need to do something for her, you know. Rather than I just dwell, anak aku ni anak istimewa, kenapa aku, and all that stuff. Aku rasa I've been taught in life banyak daripada kecil sampai sekarang ni, kita nak kena keras lah. Kena keras. So I always think like, what's the next step for my daughter?
Yeah.
Okay, takkan tak ada dalam dunia ni Down syndrome, a child with Down syndrome yang make it. You know, I'm sure Allah ni maha adil lah.
Betul.
Kan, dia akan kasih kau apa yang kau mampu alami, and the challenge that dia akan kasih kau pun is as much as you can cope lah. Dia takkan membebankan kau lah.
Itulah aku nak ask, as sad as you are kan, Wan, during bila kau dapat information of anak kau sedemikian, kau sebagai ayah, sebagai apa tu, suami kepada wife kau, macam mana kau tangani kau punya perasaan? Kau nak kena jaga anak kau, kau nak kena jaga wife kau pun dapat tahu yang anak dia sedemikian. So macam mana kau tangani semua ni?
The first thing first, bila aku dapat tahu anak aku macam itu, aku secretly call my parents lah, my in-law. Kita jumpa because I want to share, because I don't know what to do, right?
Yeah.
Aku panggil diorang datang. Then my parents came down to my mother-in-law punya rumah lah. Dekat sana I broke the news, and then right after aku breakdown lah, bro. Untuk aku dia lah dunia aku lah.
Betul.
Tak ada dia I think it's gonna be different lah, bro.
Faham.
Aku percaya dia banyak kasih aku rezeki, bro, selama ni. Banyak. Masya Allah. Tapi aku believe, Alhamdulillah, I think the most important thing in life is kau punya support lah.
The people around you
Kalau kau tak ada support aku rasa boleh jadi bio lah, bro. Even with support, I went into anxiety, I had depression.
Kau okay tak untuk share?
Aku okay, bro.
Share on okay.
I think Alhamdulillah, I also want to share to everybody.
Yeah.
Apa ni, kita lelaki semua fikir yang kita ni the leader of the family, kita tak boleh share apa-apa dekat siapa-siapa. Tapi aku feel that it's not right lah, pasal kita ni manusia. Kan, semua manusia ada dia punya ups, dia ada downs. Kekuatan kau kat mana, your strength,
your weaknesses,
and there will always be that weakness. And aku feel that weakness aku is always my family lah. My family. Kau nak langgar apa, kau boleh jalan nak langgar. Kau langgar keluarga kan, kira boleh, kalau orang cakap dalam time jahat time kan, ni kira kasih game je lah.
Boleh jalan je, boleh go
lah. Tapi Alhamdulillah, I have a very supportive family. Alhamdulillah. My parents, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, everyone lah in the family are very supportive. Diorang banyak lah tolong aku and keluarga aku. Kalau tak, aku rasa memang susah, bro.
Yalah. And also there's a saying that Allah tak uji orang apa yang dia tak boleh,
yang tak boleh take it lah. Something along that line.
Aku forget the proper quote. So yalah, baru start dah.
Oh tadi aku tu hayal tau.
Aku dah
okay, tapi kita tak mau stop there.
Kita tak mau stop there. Kita continue.
Kita maybe that first 1 year is maybe lah kau, am I right to say kau still trying to strengthen up yourself gitu, to macam
tak,
go to this.
Actually, me and my wife, aku had to show the strong front kan. After aku dah confront dengan my parents, my in-laws, kita dah share the news, they were very supportive semua. Then straight after that, diorang pun kasi aku semangat lah, cakap like, one of it is dia ni rezeki, kau jangan worry. You don't ever worry about having a child with special needs. Diorang akan beri kita rezeki lah. So I believe in that. Aku pegang kuat-kuat, and I tell my wife, look, kita nak kena find something for her. Let's see what are the things that we can do, preventive measures ke apa kan. So we went to the hospital, went to KK again, Then
This was yang baru-baru juga
baru-baru
during
juga
that period
baru-baru tahu kan. Then ada social worker. Aku pun tak tahu apa ni social worker.
Yeah.
Kan?
Tak ramai tahu, correct.
Pasal aku pun budak ITE juga kan. Orang
Eh,
cakap ITE
alamak.
aku macam nak belajar.
wife kau tak apa? Wife kau tak kan?
Wife aku diploma.
Oh.
Sama lah.
Apa?
Tak, wife aku pun diploma.
Ya.
Oh yeah, there is a social worker. Nama yang tak tahu, actually aku pun, this is not about me, tapi aku pun actually consult a social worker I think a year back due to my some stuff So kau actually spoke to a social worker about this.
Correct. So every child will have will attach to macam satu doktor ni, tapi dia macam more to like social worker punya kerja lah.
Faham, dia bukan medical expert gitu lah.
Something like that lah.
Right.
Jadi we met her and then we asked lah what are the things we can do. What is macam dia punya world lah lepas ni, apa yang akan jadi kat anak aku ni. Aku macam very desperate lah. Aku macam takkan tak ada benda yang aku boleh buat untuk dia. Is there any like medication ke apa ke kan, benda daripada luar negeri ke yang kita tak boleh bawa masuk ke sini ke kan. Aku dah sampai that level bro.
Faham.
Kau dah fikir jauh lah.
Fikir jauh bro.
A bit macam dah macam a little bit extreme lah, in terms of your what you might think, atau macam apa yang kau nak research about, kau nak find out whether ada ni ke ada tu ke.
Correct.
Is it at that point of time kau masih fikir that anak kau still got hope? Is it at that point of time?
I think sampai bila-bila pun kita mesti nak ada hope lah kan, kerana kita sendiri kan. But I feel that kita macam belum how to say
Belum boleh terima
I
hakikat?
don't know if that's the word.
Or is it
something
macam,
along the line
aku
kan?
rasa kau still macam tak nak, you might want to macam, okay, aku nak try to figure out if there are other ways.
Correct.
Instead of, okay, maybe secara spiritual is one thing lah. Macam maybe kau nak try to go an extra mile to find out whether, can we do this? Can we do that from overseas? Macam maybe Singapore tak ada facilities dia or something. So that is what you wanted to do lah.
Betul.
Okay, faham.
Macam gitulah. So aku tengok, aku dah macam research semua kan. Sekali dia cakap aku, actually Down syndrome ni dia ada 3 spektrum dia. Macam something like spectrum lah. One is mosaic, which is 2% of the world.
Mosaic.
Mosaic.
Oh.
Another one is macam the normal punya Down syndrome.
Okay.
Aku ada open lah tadi. Aku tunjuk korang
So kirakan ni percentage, meaning to say the number of the number of people with going through this in the world lah.
Yes, correct. So ada yang the normal Trisomy 21 and also anak aku is the translocation, which is 3% of the world.
3%.
Jadi anak aku ni dia punya Down syndrome dia perbezaan dia je is dia bukan extra one pair, tapi one of the pair yang the normal punya human being have, tapi the last punya pair tu ternaik ke atas. Itu yang buat dia lain.
Ternaik so macam tak align.
Dia bukan comes in a pair.
Faham.
Dia macam satu atas satu bawah.
Okay.
But the number of chromosome dia sama dengan manusia biasa macam kita. So that's why my anak dia, aku bukan nak be biased lah kan, tapi I think from the way she look, aku rasa banyak orang cakap dengan aku every time I share something macam on social media kan, yang tahu sedikit banyak sebagai macam about this Down syndrome, they will always DM aku lah macam bro, aku tengok anak kau normal lah bro. She doesn't have that Down syndrome punya features lah apa lah. But if you look I mean at some angles ke apa kan, I think dia memang ada lah sikit nampak macam a child with Down syndrome.
Right.
Okay, faham. So, okay, moving forward, maybe kau touch a bit, let's say dia around, okay, usually budak-budak dah macam start berbual jalan around 2 to 3 years old depending on the kid kan.
Betul.
So around that time tu, how was it for you bro? Macam okay, maybe part baby, pasal during the early days, okay, baby is you still have to macam baby lah, macam kena bawa all this. Macam bila part 2 to 3 years old tu, macam most kids dah start jalan berbual. Was there any like how did you go through that? Macam like, was she doing okay ke, normal ke?
So that is when aku dapat tahu from the social worker yang actually some of the kids can really excel in life lah. So that is when I told my wife, come let's find something for her. Then we were shared some of the schools yang dia boleh masuk lah. They are called early interventions.
Early interventions.
Early intervention. So the first school we sent Ayu in was Down Syndrome Association. Dia dekat Bishan sana. It was quite pricey bro.
Itulah aku
It's a
dengar
private
kau.
ke government kirakan?
Semi-government.
Ish.
Jadi dia tak ada macam kalau kita MOE punya sekolah,
Betul.
primary school kan,
Ada subsidi semua.
a lot of subsidies. So untuk sekolah orang, can you imagine that time it was macam 1 week, 1 day, 2 hours ke 1 hour tak silap aku. I think 2 hours 2 hours, 1 day, 1 week. So 4 weeks you have 4 days, right?
Yeah.
You're paying around like close to $400
Ish.
Per session ke for the whole month?
for the whole month, bro.
So kirakan she only goes to that school once a week ah.
Once a week, bro.
Memang that is their co-curriculum.
Yes, and
That is the way they do it ah.
And then lepas tu
Ish.
the other few days they expect the parents at home to do the training lah.
Oh, they actually tell you guys, okay, the rest of it korang buat sendiri gitu.
Dorang galakkan lah.
Faham,
in a way. Pasal
faham.
kids at that time baik dia ada a child with special needs ke atau a normal kid, from 1 to 3 ke atau 1 to 4 gitu, that is the best time for you to feed them with all the knowledge and whatnot lah. Pasal dorang very fast tangkap.
Cepat tangkap.
So that was the best time. So we went to this early intervention. Then we get a normal epic punya sekolah which is nearby here. Alhamdulillah, I think the journey yang aku dengan wife aku went through was memang, I think Allah really plan for us.
So it's kirakan it went smoothly lah.
Tak smooth sangat, tapi kira macam sometimes when I think back, ni memang dia dah plan lah.
Dah teratur gitu.
Teratur lah.
Right.
Dapat rumah, I applied HDB sampai 4 kali, tak dapat. Sebelum tunang, lepas kahwin tak dapat. Then after that baru dapat tau. Fourth applicant lah, baru dapat. Then nombor pun dah last punya. Then dapat sini. Then anak punya sekolah just like 1 bus stop away.
Oh, very near.
2 bus stop away.
Oh, okay.
Alhamdulillah. Then my wife also, lepas tu pun kita macam we cari a private punya tutor lah.
Okay.
And it can be quite pricey, you know. The market price was like what, $90 to $250 an hour.
An hour? Aku baru nak cakap per session. Oh, an hour
An hour.
Wait, this one they go to your house?
They go to your house. Some that is just the base price. Diorang macam transport punya allowance.
Oh, ada dia punya add-on lah.
So kalau I think I got one of the a good price, and dia punya educator dia pun was solid lah. Is solid lah.
So this educator yang macam tuition ni, they are specialised lah.
Correct. So
Yeah,
macam
okay.
Epic Center ni semua kan, they are normal punya macam budak-budak sekolah, kindergarten punya cikgu. Tapi they take extra course to be qualified as a special needs punya educator.
Right. Bagus Sekarang, I mean, dia baru-baru juga kan, macam this kind of
Is it-
educator. Ke dah lama ada?
Or maybe time tu not so
memang,
much lah.
memang ada, cuma not so much.
Yeah.
And I feel that kalau kita pegang balik kat yang perempuan yang cakap pasal yang autism ni, dia cakap banyak mak bapak N-level ITE lah apa gerbak-gerbuk kan. Tapi kalau kita fikir balik, apa perbezaan kita dengan orang yang bukan Islam, maaf cakap aku bukan nak macam babitkan Malaysia lah apa
faham.
Tapi kita sebagai orang Islam kan, even if you go for that Down syndrome test when your wife is pregnant, even when you go for that test, tapi kalau kau tahu anak kau Down syndrome, takkan kau nak pergi gugurkan dia kan. You know it's a big sin tau.
Betul.
Dosa yang amat besar
Betul,
tau.
yeah.
Dosa yang besar untuk kita nak buang anak macam itu.
Yes.
So that's why aku feel that a lot my gynae also said that orang kita ni, the numbers of a child with special need memang growing lah. But then that doesn't mean that orang kita ni je apa yang ada macam ni.
Betul.
Pasal orang yang kalau bukan Islam, dia akan gugurkan lah.
Yeah.
Of
There are
course
cases
Of course
There are
there are
cases
cases juga. Tapi there are a lot of awareness around the world about child with special needs. Ada yang Down syndrome yang sekarang dah macam boleh buat sports, boleh buat.
Ya, betul.
They are very independent.
Diorang macam dah more and more people dah try to macam make them gaul dengan community, work,
correct.
do sports.
Yes,
They
betul.
come out with certain sports yang can cater to them gitu.
The most obvious ones is kalau kau tengok the recent Paralympics pun, kau boleh
Oh
nampak
yeah.
banyak.
Which is good lah. Kirakan
Ramai.
the world dah macam okay. Aku rasa back then kalau benda gini, maybe the society will tengok a bit different. Aku rasa lah.
Correct.
From what aku punya own personal
Pasal
observance.
kita wasn't that aware back
Betul,
then.
Yes.
Pasal I think back then also diorang cakap it's susah to find places for all these child with special needs punya tempat untuk nak sekolah. Pasal back then not a lot of people knows about all this. Yeah.
Right.
Aku rasa with the help of technology pun people baca, diorang tahu. Pasal dulu tak, maybe teknologi susah apa kau nak cari article about this.
Right.
You need to go to a library or somewhere to learn back then lah in the 90s. Right now kau macam baca, then maybe diorang pun gain interest. Diorang decided to pursue, maybe jadi a specialist ke jadi apa kan.
Right.
So before kita
Move on to the next part. Part 2
aku nak tanya, kirakan am I right, sorry if I'm wrong, kalau am I right to say macam your child punya growing up process from then until now is almost similar to a normal child in terms of growing tau.
Physical
macam,
ke apa?
Macam growing up, macam dia still nangis, main-main gitu, ketawa-ketawa.
Aku rasa
Aside from the school lah, which is
macam pelajaran tu memang straight, I can say memang dia ada lacking lah kan. Macam kalau you want to talk about alphabets,
Yes.
A to Z, the way they being taught dekat all these epic centers semua kan, macam Down Syndrome Association, the way they are being taught is differently tau. Dia bukan macam kita pergi sekolah, okay, today we're gonna spell apple. No. Orang punya cara belajar is different. Totally different. Dia more to macam pictures.
okay.
Atau sensory.
Sensory,
Then from all these specs they call it foto apa benda lah. Aku pun lupa. Aku bukan pandai sangat benda ni kan. Tapi macam aku fikir macam actually ni normal kid pun kalau buat memang bagus untuk orang lah. It's faster for them to learn. Pasal kalau orang tu cakap, satu cikgu ni cakap dengan aku, if the child have a speech delay, takkan kau nak keep on trying to teach her how to speak. Might as well kau teach her maybe like hand sign, atau macam any other ways of education lah. Macam buku, habis ada stiker. Okay, kalau kau nak keropok, okay, ni stiker keropok.
Tampal ke apa
ambil apa kan.
Betul juga.
So there's so many ways for you to teach a child. It's how creative you are lah.
Okay.
Understand. Okay, with that being said, kita akan move on.
Kita will take a short break,
Ridzwan.
and kita will resume at the next episode.
Yes, and this episode is brought to you by AO Realty, also known as Arifin Omar from Hero Homes District.
So for all your housing matters, you can contact Arifin at 82825337, 82825337, or you guys can visit his socials at Arifin Omar Realty. Okay guys, stay tuned for the next episode, part 2.
Ciao.
Thank you.